Hello and welcome to Sportsweek. I'm Lewis Salter. Basingstoke aim to escape relegation woes at home to Dorchester, and Eastleigh look to beat playoff rivals Chelmsford. But first, graduates of Winchester University sports teams return this weekend to take on current students at sporting events for the 21st Winton weekend. Kirsty Phillips went down to see how the games played out.
6-1-7-5, yellow. Time to get it, boys. Go yellow.
Every year, Winchester University invites its graduates to reunite with their former sports societies and get the chance to meet new faces in the teams over Winton Weekend. Though it's not only about reuniting. Winton Weekend is held in memorial of former rugby player Steve Tomlinson, making rugby the main event of the weekend.
So all started in 1992 with Steve Tomlinson, who lost his life to cancer. The old rugby boys decided to have a game with the current team in memory of his life, and it's just snowballed from then. The last 21 years it's been getting bigger and better, and this year's no exception. It's always it's a reunion first and foremost. So it's great for these guys to meet, the new guys on the team, and also old friends, and that's what it is primarily. It's to meet over, play some sport and have some fun.
Team Winchester's rugby team played their best match of the season against the Alfies, winning 22-17. They were made runners-up of the Team of Winton award at the SU ceremony, but the ladies basketball took the title.
Disappointing as a returning Wintonian to obviously lose a game we always come and expect to win, but obviously they put up a good fight, so they had worked hard. Played very quickly. We're a bunch of old boys now, so a little bit slower than we used to be back in the day, but I think good camaraderie, not too many fisticuffs, which is good.
It was hard. It was a good game overall. Obviously we came out on top, but it was a hard game. There was a couple of iffy moments.
But Winton doesn't stop at rugby. A large number of sports teams within the student union take part. The Trampolining Society held their competitions on Sunday, with Team Winchester taking the crown, winning all three competitions against the Alfies.
Winton is a time for everyone to get together that has left the uni originally and just come together again and enjoy the team. It's just a little bit friendly competition, so it's not really competitive, but it's just nice to get together. The badminton competition was won by the Alfies, beating Team Winchester 12-6.
Well, this is our first proper Winton because badminton's only been running for about 4 years at this uni, and I was one of the first people to actually start badminton up. So this is the first time I've been away actually in a job and come back to meet all the people. It's really nice meeting all the people I used to know before, and then all meeting all these new faces who are so enthusiastic, and I can see the team's got better and everyone's playing a lot better than when we first started, so it's really nice to come back.
At the university, the dodgeball boys made Team Winchester proud, beating the Alfies 17-10. The men's volleyball team played outstandingly. Their win against the Alfies was their first win in 3 years, and the team that won the Winton tournament for Team Winchester. Kirsty Phillips, Winchester News Online, Winchester.
Basingstoke was sitting just above the relegation zone when they welcomed Dorchester on Saturday. Coming into the game off the back of a 2-1 defeat at Hayes and Yedding, the Stoke desperately needed a win. Liam Garahan was at the game.
The Camrose Stadium, home to Basingstoke Town, but not for much longer. With plans in place for a move, best day at the Camrose is nearing its end, but the future isn't entirely bright. The Stoke are currently sitting precariously above the relegation zone in the Conference South, forcing the questions: who will be their saviour this season, and what league will they be in when they finally leave the Camrose? Basingstoke have found goals hard to come by this season, but manager Jason Bristow is sure they can pull away from trouble.
I think personally we've got more than enough. I think that to pull away from where we are at the moment. We just need to find that little bit of consistency. I think going forwards in the last half a dozen games we've looked frightening. We should have had a lot more goals than we have. and we've just got to cut out a few silly errors that we're making defensively. And it's not just the back four; it's the team as a whole. So if we can just tidy up on a few areas, I'm sure that we've got more than enough.
Despite their manager's positivity, Basingstoke gave up the first opportunity of the game to today's visitors Dorchester, but Watson couldn't divert Kiefer Moore's cross home. In a low-key first half with few chances, the Stoke's best fell to Delano Samuel, but his shot was diverted wide. The game came to life in the second half when Ashley Bays' long punt downfield wasn't cleared by Dorchester's defence. Neil Martin's effort was well saved by Matthews, but Manny Williams showed why you should always follow up a shot. Basingstoke continued to dominate and felt they should have had a penalty for Smeaton's tackle on Sam York and subsequent handball. Williams continued to play on amidst the confusion, but fired his shot straight at Matthews. They got their reward for their persistence when Wes Daly's strike ricocheted off the post into the path of Williams, who was in the right place at the right time to bag his second of the afternoon. Dorchester nabbed a consolation through Moore, but Basingstoke held on for a vital win.
Personally, I think there's so many teams around it at the bottom that, a few wins pushes you right up. So, we're confident in ourselves and we're positive and we're looking forwards and we feel that we can have a really good end to the season. So, today's a good benchmark for us in terms of work rate and effort. And we've just got to have the quality now and put the two together.
So with the sun setting on the Stokes' time at the Camrose, it certainly looks like they can cling on to their Conference South status. Liam Garahan, Winchester News Online.
Eastleigh were looking to win their fourth straight game against Chelmsford City on Saturday. The visitors were without their top scorer and ex-Eastleigh player Jamie Slabber. Thomas Baxter was at the Silver Lake Stadium.
After a good start to 2013, Eastleigh were looking to extend their winning run at home to Chelmsford City on Saturday. The home side had the best of the early chances in the first half. Dale Binns was unable to direct his header towards the goal. Jai Reason's good work was wasted when Craig McAllister was unable to make contact with the ball as it bobbled past him. If McAllister had scored, it would have been his 10th goal of the season. Reason was once again the centre of Eastleigh's attack, but he was fouled in the penalty area by Mark Haynes, who was shown a yellow card. Starman Reason's penalty kick was too powerful for Charles Cook, despite him diving the right way. Reason has now scored 12 goals this campaign. With an hour gone, Eastleigh captain Glenn Southern sent one of his trademark strikes towards goal, but on loan Arsenal keeper Charles Cook made a strong save. Chelmsford's first real sight on goal came just minutes later. The ball fell to Donovan Simmons, but he sliced his shot wide. The striker would later regret missing this chance, as his team failed to create much else. Chelmsford's Charles Cook made his best save of the game, when a cross from Dale Binns troubled the defence, and the keeper was on hand to rescue his team. Late into stoppage time, Chelmsford's Mark Haynes received a second yellow card after tripping Jai Reason. It was the defender's first sending off of this campaign. The game ended 1-0 to the Spitfires, and they are now only 2 points from the playoff places. Assistant manager Guy Butters believes that Eastleigh have reason to feel optimistic going forward.
A great 3 points, to be honest. Coming on the back of an excellent win in the week. Looks like we've turned a little bit of a corner, and every game that we're playing now, we're looking really good. We're looking like we take 3 points in every game. It's good team spirit in the camp, and it breeds a winning mentality. So every game we're going into now, we feel that we can win.
That's all from this week's Sportsweek, but tune in next week to see Harvey Taylor trying his hand at lacrosse. Goodbye.